Did you know some clothing habits and places seniors visit may quietly increase the risk of injury after 70? Many people assume that feeling tired or out of place is just a normal part of getting older that we must quietly accept. But the truth is your body and mind are constantly communicating with you, telling you what they need to thrive. In this video, we are going to talk about 3 types of clothes you must not wear and 3 places you should not visit once you pass 70. These are not arbitrary fashion rules or unfair restrictions. They are based on real biological changes and psychological shifts that occur as we age. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why certain fabrics drag you down and why specific environments drain your precious energy. Stay tuned until the end because you might be holding on to old habits that are secretly robbing you of your comfort and joy. Once you recognize these subtle signs, you will have a clear idea of what changes you can make to add vibrant energy music to your daily life. Now, let's get started. Clothes number 1, heavy and restrictive fabrics. One of the most immediate changes you can make to improve your daily comfort is to evaluate the weight and flexibility of the clothes you wear. As we enter our 70s, our skin naturally becomes thinner, and our circulation slows down slightly. This means that heavy, stiff materials like thick, raw denim, rigid leather, or tightly woven wool can quickly feel like an exhausting suit of armor. If you have noticed that wearing your old heavy winter coat or stiff trousers leaves you feeling physically drained by the afternoon, please know that this is not a sign of weakness. It is simply your body conserving its energy for more important functions like keeping your heart and lungs working efficiently. Consider Arthur, a 75-year old retired banker who always took pride in wearing his structured heavy wool suits to community meetings. Over the past year, he found himself feeling incredibly fatigued, music, and breathless after just a few hours. He assumed his health was rapidly declining. What he did not realize was that the sheer weight and stiffness of his clothing were forcing his muscles to work twice as hard just to move and breathe. Once Arthur switched to lightweight cotton blends, soft cardigans, and breathable linen jackets, his energy levels completely transformed. His body no longer had to fight against the fabric. Heavy clothes can restrict your natural range of motion and even impair your breathing without you realizing it. The good news is that dressing for comfort does not mean giving up your personal style. It simply means choosing fabrics that respect your body. By opting for soft, breathable, and flexible materials, you are taking a massive burden off your nervous system. You are allowing your body to move freely and breathe music deeply. Take a moment to check your closet and gently retire those heavy, restrictive garments. Your clothing should feel like a light, comforting embrace, not a heavy burden you have to carry throughout the day. Clothes number 2, footwear lacking proper support. The second type of clothing you must deeply reconsider is any footwear that lacks proper arch support or features slick, rigid music soles. Our feet are the incredible foundation of our entire body, and by the time we reach 70, they have carried us millions of steps. Over the decades, the natural fat pads on the bottom of our feet gradually thin out, and the ligaments that support our arches can lose their elasticity. If you have been experiencing aching arches, sore knees, or a subtle feeling of unsteadiness when you walk, it is absolutely not because you are becoming clumsy. It is a very natural biological shift where your body requires more external support music to maintain its balance and protect your joints from the impact of walking. Many older adults hold on to their favorite flat loafers, flimsy slippers, or smooth-sole dress shoes out of habit or nostalgia. But wearing shoes that do not grip the floor or support your anatomy is one of the leading causes of accidental falls and chronic joint pain. Think about Martha, a 72-year-old woman who loved wearing her classic completely flat slip on shoes whenever she went out to run errands. She started noticing that her lower back ached terribly after just an hour of shopping, and she occasionally stumbled on perfectly flat sidewalks. She felt a deep sense of fear that she was losing her mobility. Martha did not realize that her old favorite shoes were failing to absorb the shock of the pavement and were providing zero sensory feedback to her brain. Once, she visited a proper footwear specialist and transitioned into lightweight, deeply supportive walking shoes with textured rubber soles. Her life changed. The persistent back pain faded away and her confident stride returned. Your shoes act as an extension of your nervous system. When you wear footwear with a firm grip and excellent cushioning, you send a powerful signal of safety to your brain. This allows your muscles to relax, knowing they do not have to constantly brace for a slip or a fall. Choosing highly supportive shoes is one of the most profound acts of self-care you can practice. It is not about sacrificing elegance. It is about prioritizing your independence and your freedom to move through the world with confidence. Every time you step into a well-made supportive shoe, you are actively protecting your bones, your spine, and your future. Do not ignore the quiet aches in your feet or the subtle hesitation in your step. They are simply your body asking for better tools to keep you safe. By investing in proper footwear, you are ensuring that you can continue to take long walks, explore your neighborhood, and enjoy your daily activities without the looming shadow of physical pain or fear. Your feet have done magnificent work over your lifetime, and they deserve to be treated with the utmost respect and care. Upgrading your shoes is a celebration of your continued journey. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Clothes number 3, garments with complicated fasteners. The third clothing item you should gently phase out of your wardrobe includes garments with tiny complicated fasteners, incredibly stiff zippers, or buttons situated in hard-to-reach places. As we age, the fine motor skills in our fingers naturally change. Many of us experience a bit of morning stiffness in our knuckles or a slight reduction in the dexterity we once took for granted. If you find yourself frustrated and exhausted before you even leave your bedroom because you are struggling with a tiny button on a collar or a stubborn zipper on the back of a dress, please know that this is not a personal failing. It is a completely normal physical evolution. Your joints simply require a gentler approach, especially in the early hours of the a.m. When the body is still warming up and finding its rhythm. Getting dressed should be an affirming, peaceful way to start your day, not an athletic struggle that depletes your energy reserves. Consider Robert, a 78-year-old retired architect who always wore crisp shirts with very small, stiff buttons. Every morning, he spent nearly 20 minutes fighting with his cuffs and collar. The frustration would cause his blood pressure to rise, and he would begin his day feeling tense and defeated. He started going out less often just to avoid the exhausting process of getting dressed. Robert had no idea that his clothing was quietly dictating his mood and his social life. When he finally discovered high-quality shirts designed with hidden magnetic closures and elegant pullover sweaters, the change was miraculous. He reclaimed his mornings, replacing frustration with ease and dignity. He started looking forward to going out again because the barrier to getting ready had been completely removed. We often underestimate how much psychological energy is wasted on poorly designed clothing. When you force your hands to perform painful or frustrating tasks, you send stress signals to your brain that can linger for hours. By intentionally curating a wardrobe full with elastic waist, magnetic buttons, and soft pullover designs, you are telling yourself that your comfort is deeply important. You are removing unnecessary obstacles from your path and allowing your energy to be spent on the things that truly bring you joy, like reading, gardening, or conversing with friends. Do not let outdated fashion norms convince you that complicated clothing equals sophistication. True sophistication is knowing yourself well enough to choose comfort and peace of mind. Your wardrobe should serve you and adapt to your current needs, wrapping you in dignity and ease. Take a loving look at your clothes surmented, at hewn ornament on desmains, and ask yourself which pieces make your life harder. Retiring those difficult garments is a wonderful, liberating step toward a more joyful and relaxed daily routine. It is a beautiful realization that you have the power to control your environment, starting with the very fabric that touches your skin. Embracing accessible clothing is a profound declaration of self-respect. Music, you are honoring your body's journey and ensuring that every day begins with a sense of calm accomplishment. Place number 1, overcrowded and noisy environments. Now that we have discussed your wardrobe, we must talk about the places that can silently drain your vitality, starting with overcrowded and intensely noisy environments. When you were in your 30s or 40s, a bustling, loud restaurant or a packed, chaotic shopping center might have felt exciting and full of life. But as we move into our 70s, our sensory processing systems, naturally music, undergo a shift. The brain has to work significantly harder to filter out background noise, clattering dishes, and overlapping conversations to focus on the person sitting right across from you. If you have ever left a busy diner feeling completely exhausted, irritable, or unusually quiet, it is not because you are becoming antisocial. It is your brain experiencing sensory overload. Your nervous system is simply requesting a calmer environment to function optimally. This intense cognitive load can actually trigger a mild stress response in the body, raising your heart rate and leaving you feeling drained for the rest of the day. Think about Susan, a 74-year-old woman who loved meeting her friends at a very popular, echoing cafe every Friday afternoon. Over time, she realized she was dreading these meetings. Music, the loud music, and the sheer volume of the crowd made it impossible for her to hear the conversation clearly. She would smile and nod, but internally, she felt isolated and overwhelmingly tired. Susan thought she was losing her cognitive sharpness, but when she suggested moving their weekly gathering to a quiet carpeted library cafe during the mid-morning hours, everything changed. The soft acoustics and the gentle atmosphere allowed her brain to relax. She could hear every word, participate deeply in the conversation, and leave feeling energized rather than depleted. Music, choosing to avoid loud, chaotic spaces, is a brilliant strategy for preserving your cognitive energy. It is an act of deep wisdom. When you place yourself in a peaceful environment, music, you allow your nervous system to remain in a state of rest and repair. You can actually enjoy the flavors of your food, the nuances of the conversation, music, and the beauty of the moment. You have absolutely earned the right to curate the spaces you spend your time in. Do not feel obligated to endure overwhelming noise just to please others or to prove that you can still keep up. Music protecting your peace is essential for your long-term emotional and physical health. By seeking out quiet parks, serene cafes, and uncrowded museums, you are creating a sanctuary for your mind. You are ensuring that your social interactions bring you true joy and connection, rather than exhaustion. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating music, good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Place number 2, dimly lit spaces with uneven ground. The second place you should carefully avoid visiting is any environment characterized by dim lighting combined with uneven or unpredictable ground. As we age, our eyes require more light to see clearly, and our depth perception and contrast sensitivity naturally decrease. This is a very normal part of the aging process, not a sign of failure. When you walk into a dimly lit, rustic restaurant with a cobblestone path, or a poorly illuminated outdoor park at dusk, your brain is instantly forced to go into overdrive. It relies heavily on visual cues to tell your feet where to step and how to maintain balance. When those visual cues are taken away by darkness, your body naturally tenses up. You might find yourself taking shorter, hesitant steps, feeling a sudden spike of anxiety, or gripping tightly onto a railing. This physical and mental tension is exhausting, and it dramatically increases your risk of a dangerous fall. Consider George, a 76-year-old nature lover who used to enjoy walking through a densely wooded, rocky trail near his home just before sunset. As his vision changed over the years, he started tripping over roots he simply could not see in the shadows. He developed a deep, quiet fear of falling that made him stop going out for walks entirely. His world began to shrink because he thought his body was failing him. What George failed to realize was that he was simply choosing the wrong environment for his current sensory needs. Once he transitioned his daily walks to a beautifully paved, brightly lit botanical garden during the mid-morning hours, his confidence soared. The smooth, predictable terrain and the bright sunlight gave his brain all the information it needed to walk smoothly and safely. He reclaimed his love for nature without any of the anxiety. Avoiding dark, treacherous environments is not about limiting your life. It is about intelligently designing your surroundings to support your safety. Your body wants to move, and your mind wants to explore, but they need the right conditions to do so comfortably. By intentionally choosing well-lit, stable environments, you eliminate the constant, exhausting mental calculation of where to place your feet. You free up your mind to actually enjoy the scenery, the fresh air, and the company of your loved ones. You are telling yourself that your safety is paramount, and that you deserve to walk through life with confidence and ease. Do not let anyone make you feel bad for requesting a well-lit table at a restaurant or choosing a paved walking path over a rugged trail. Acknowledging your body's changing needs and adapting your environment is the true hallmark of a wise and resilient spirit. It ensures that you stay active, secure, and deeply connected to the world around you for many years to come. Your freedom to navigate the world safely is one of your most precious assets. By steering clear of shadowy, uneven spaces, you are building an invisible fortress of protection around your physical health. You are making a proactive choice to prevent injuries before they happen, allowing your body to thrive music in the light. Place number 3, emotionally draining social gatherings. The final place you must absolutely stop visiting once you reach 70 is any environment or social gathering that consistently drains your emotional energy and leaves you feeling negative or diminished. As we age, our immune system and our nervous system become more sensitive to the effects of chronic emotional stress. When you spend time in places filled with constant complaining, toxic gossip, or heavy, unreciprocated music obligations, your body physically reacts. Your stress hormones elevate, your blood pressure can rise, and your sleep can be severely disrupted. If you find yourself dreading a specific club meeting, a family gathering, or a community, it is your heart asking to be protected. You might have spent decades pushing music through uncomfortable social situations out of a sense of duty or politeness, but at this magnificent stage of your life, your time and your emotional reserves are far too precious to be squandered on environments that do not uplift you. Think about Eleanor, a 79-year-old woman who had attended the same neighborhood committee meetings for over 20 years. Lately, the meetings had devolved into bitter arguments and endless complaining. Music, every time Eleanor came home from a meeting, she felt a heavy weight on her chest and found it impossible to fall asleep. She thought she had to stay out music of loyalty, even though it was destroying her peace of mind. When she finally gave herself permission to step away from that toxic environment, the physical relief was immediate. She used that newly freed time to join a local painting class filled with encouraging, creative people. Her sleep improved, her chest felt lighter, and she remembered what it felt like to laugh freely. Walking away from draining environments is not a selfish act. It is a profound requirement for your longevity. The people and places you surround yourself with have a direct impact on your physical health. Joy, laughter, and supportive conversations literally boost your immune system and reduce inflammation in your body. You have the absolute right to set firm boundaries and to curate a social landscape music that brings you peace. Do not be afraid to politely decline invitations to places that feel heavy or negative. Instead, actively seek out environments that inspire you, comfort you, and celebrate the person you are today. Your later years should be a sanctuary of emotional well-being. By choosing places that resonate with positivity and love, music, you are giving your heart the perfect environment to stay strong and healthy. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe music and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Final thoughts. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want you to take a quiet, music deep breath and reflect on the clothes sitting in your closet and the places you frequently visit. We have discussed the importance of leaving behind heavy, restrictive fabrics, unsupportive footwear, and complicated fasteners. We have also explored why it is so crucial to avoid deafeningly loud environments, music dimly lit, uneven spaces, and emotionally draining social gatherings. If you recognize yourself holding onto any of these things, please do not feel a single ounce of guilt or regret. The changes your body goes through are profound and sometimes confusing, and it takes time to realize that our old habits no longer serve our new reality. The beautiful truth is that making these adjustments is not a process of losing your style or shrinking your world. It is a glorious process of refining your life. You are stepping into a phase where your comfort, your safety, music, and your peace of mind are the absolute highest priorities. When you choose soft, breathable clothes and supportive shoes, you are physically embracing yourself with kindness. When you choose well-lit, peaceful, and uplifting environments, music, you are protecting your mind and nurturing your soul. You have spent an entire lifetime learning, growing, and caring for others. Now is the time to apply all of that incredible wisdom to your own daily experience. Music, you possess the power to shape your world exactly how you want it to be. You do not have to endure discomfort just because society expects you to. Aging is not about silently fading into the background. It is about standing firmly in your worth and demanding the quality of life you deserve. Music, by letting go of the clothes and places that drag you down, you create a beautiful wide-open space for the things that truly lift you up. You make room for better health, deeper joy, and a much more vibrant daily energy. Your body is a wonderful, enduring vessel that responds beautifully when it is treated with respect and care. Trust your instincts, listen to the quiet signals your body sends you, and never hesitate to choose the path, music, of greatest comfort. You have so many wonderful moments ahead of you, and you deserve to experience them feeling absolutely your best. Music, thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.